Hey everybody, welcome to the pub. I have with me a very, very special guest today. Everybody was so excited about all of the Nathans in the chat last week, so I went out and found one to join me in the pub tonight. Please help me welcome Nathan.
Hello, friends.
How's it going, Nathan?
Good, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. I'm a little tired.
Yeah.
I ran the Rugged Maniac this morning.
What time did you have to get there? I was curious about that.
It wasn't too bad. I mean, so we got there right at about 9 o'clock.
Okay.
It was about an hour drive south of here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, we left at like 7:45, so it was
Where did they
8
do it
o'clock.
at this year?
It was at some extreme motorsport something in like right outside Drexel.
Okay. Yeah. I've done that race once,
Yeah.
and at that year it was up like at the Weston Ski Resort type place. I don't know what the official name of it is, but it was up in
yeah.
Weston at the. So the
That'd
very
be
first
fun.
thing you did was you ran up the ski slope,
Nice, nice.
which was I foolishly ran it, and then I was tired the rest of the time
Yeah.
instead of the smart people that I passed walking, and they quickly passed by me as I was out of energy.
Nice. Clout Shot, how's it going? Welcome, other Nathan in the chat. Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate it.
Hey, Mr. Nathan. we gotta have at least two of us here, right?
At least two Nathans at all times on the stream, in the chat, all of the things. Well, good. Yeah.
How many obstacles did they have this year for the Rugged Maniac?
I'd have to go back and count.
Yeah.
It was a lot though. It was like 28 or 30 something. It was.
I feel like that was their
a
big
lot.
claim there for a while. Was like they have the most obstacles in the race.
The thing is I wouldn't consider most of them obstacles.
Agreed.
Some of them were a little bit like, oh yeah, okay, I'll pull this rope and then just walk around it. That's cool. All right, yeah, cool. There was one that was like, a table that was like, it was like a regular dining room table height that you had to get up on, and then you just slide down the fireman's pole like 3 feet down. It's like, all right.
That was fun.
It was a little underwhelming, but here we are. That was an obstacle, so it was fun.
I feel like they had a lot of repeats the year that I did it. There was like 2 or 3 ones where you had to like climb
Just
underneath the
climb
barbed
over
wire,
something.
or crawl under it, I guess, or
Yeah. For sure. It happens.
Yeah, it was still good though. I mean, I enjoyed it.
Still fun.
Yeah.
Still a good time. But either way, I'm a little tired. Oh, the other thing, I bruised both my arms. The ninja wall that you have to run up, right?
Towards the end.
So I run up the wall, grab 2 other people's hands, and they help pull me up. I go like this, and I'm hanging there. I'm hanging there for a really long time. And then they finally pulled me up. And I don't know if you can see it, but I've got bruises on my arms.
It looks like it, yeah.
On both my arms. They're really sore and a little bit sensitive on the inside of like my elbows there.
You need me to go get some ice for you?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. I'll just
wanna
complain
make sure.
about it a little bit. That makes me feel better.
Well, it shows you did something today. I don't have any battle wounds to show off, so you're at least ahead of me there.
Yeah. But either way, I'm ready. I'm ready to be here, and the race was good, Clout. You missed out. It was fun. It was a lot though. It was a fun time. We couldn't have asked for a better day though, because it wasn't like hot, it wasn't cold.
Yeah.
It wasn't super sunny. It was a little overcast, so it was like perfect.
It's been really nice here, so yeah, they picked a good time for it.
All right, thanks for stopping by, Nathan. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
Yeah.
We'll see you later. I think my computer just froze. And it's back. So hopefully the stream's still here. Oh, it looks like it cut out for at least a little bit. All right, are we back? I think we're back now.
I think you're good.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, we usually have some tech to talk about, and I didn't really write any bullet points for tonight. I was a little bit busy, again, earlier today. I did write down about 2 minutes ago Apple event because that happened. And of course, Nathan, Mr. Nathan in the chat is the one that would probably care the most about that. So that's one of those we could probably hold on to for a little while.
Well, we
don't have
that.
to just, talk about Apple phones when neither of us are using them. So there's that. We can talk about phones, though, because you're in the process of getting a new phone.
Yeah.
I just got a new phone a couple of days ago. So we can talk about those if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm all
What
for it.
did you pick over the iPhone 15? Because
I'm going for a Pixel 7.
Good choice.
Yeah, I've heard that you're a fan of it. I've heard that you've done a video or two. Might have watched a video or two from you.
I've done a video or two on the Pixel 7.
So yeah, I will say that my decision was pretty easy because it's a company phone. So it was like,
fair.
Here's the free option, take it, or you can spend a couple $100 for like a Samsung Galaxy S23 or whatever they're on now.
Yep. That the Pixel 7 was the free version. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm trying to think about what else it was, but I think that was the only one Android-wise. I don't even know if they had a free Apple device or not, but yeah, that was a free one. I was like, that's an easy choice. Plus, I had a previous Pixel version.
Yeah.
So I kind of knew that it was.
You're familiar with it.
Yeah, I knew what I was getting with it, which was nice.
That's good.
So yeah, anything upgrade-wise from a previous Pixel to a 7 that is noteworthy that.
To be honest, so the Pixel 7 is actually my first Pixel.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've been playing with a lot of other phones in the meantime. The Pixel 7 was my first Pixel.
Nice.
And I loved it, and I am a little bit mad that I didn't
go do it earlier.
Adopted the Pixel earlier.
Yeah.
I'm like sold on it. I mean, I've got a different phone now, but
yeah. What? So what did you get then?
I ended up getting a OnePlus 11.
Okay.
So this actually was one of those things that I was looking at. This has been one of those that's been on the list for a really long time.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I really like it is because this is one of the highest spec phones. It's the same as the S23 Ultra in literally almost every way, shape, and form, if not better. It was on sale for $599 the other day. I was like, all right, I've been waiting for a phone to upgrade to. Katie, are you okay if I finally pull the trigger on this one? But long story short, I was about to go and pull the trigger on it. I was about to go and buy it. And I messaged one of my coworkers. And I said, hey, go and grab me an Amazon link for this really quick. I'm going to go buy this phone. And he messages me back and he's like, you want that phone? I was like, yeah, kind of. It's a pretty legit looking phone. Worst case, I don't like it. I return it. And best case, I use it for a while. Something else comes along, I'll sell it again. This is what I do. And he says, no, if you really want one, he's like, I have an extra one.
Oh.
I'll sell it to you. And I was like, no way, really? For sure. I'm completely fine with a used phone. He's another, tech YouTuber guy. So I was like, absolutely. I know he's going to take care of his stuff. And again, he's actually an earbud guy. So the only reason that he bought this phone, that he had this phone, is because he was reviewing the OnePlus earbuds. So he needs to have the OnePlus phone to go along with it to be credible enough that he reviewed these
together
headphones properly.
Yeah.
With that phone, with other phones and everything. He's like, that's the only reason I have an iPhone too, is because if I need to review any of the Apple headphones, he's like,
it's the best way to do it.
People only want to hear from me if I've tested it multiple ways, including with the phone. So he's like, I don't think there's a OnePlus earbuds coming up anytime soon. So he's like, I'll sell you this.
Okay.
Yeah. So he gave me an even better deal. We have Nathan in the chat. Welcome in, Nathan. I appreciate it. Nathan, meet Nathan. Other Nathan, Mr. Nathan, actually just left. He was here earlier, but he will hopefully be back. So welcome into the stream. I appreciate you being another special guest tonight.
All the Nathans, all the time.
Nathan convention. Here we are.
Who knew you knew so many Nathans?
I did not know I knew so many Nathans. I did not.
Yeah, well, that's kind of nice that you just asked somebody for a link to get to it, and yeah, there you go. New, better.
It was one
phone.
of those like crazy things because I try to rotate. My any friends that I know that have Amazon affiliate accounts and they do that kind of thing. And it was so weird that like he was up in my rotation and I messaged him. He's like, I have one of those if you want it.
Yeah. The stars aligned.
Yeah, and it's not like it was, and it's so funny because it's the exact model I wanted, like the exact the color I wanted, the green.
Mm-hmm.
It was the 256 gigabyte, the 16 gigs of RAM version.
Yeah.
Like stars aligned that he had the exact model that I wanted. Like,
what are the chances?
right? Like it's just crazy. So then of course I said, okay, so I have these the Nothing earbuds right now. Do I need the OnePlus earbuds? Since you've reviewed them, like, do I need to get those along with it? And he's like, nah, you'll be fine. Sends me a pair of the earbuds anyways. I'm like,
he doesn't need them anymore.
he's treating me way too well.
Yeah, that's pretty funny though.
Way too well. Oh man, what happened to the chat? The chat is not on the screen. It's probably not a big deal, but I usually have the chat on the screen. All right. Sorry, I just noticed that. Random things. All right, Nathan. How's Nathan doing?
Good. Like I said, I'm curious when I get my new phone how similar or different it'll be for me.
So what phone do you have right now?
The Pixel 4a.
Oh, you still have the 4a.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
It'll be very different then.
Oh, will it?
What?
I feel like the 4a has been out forever.
What version of Android is yours on? Do you know?
I could tell you, but I don't know off the top of my head. I update it when it tells me to update it. That's all I know about it.
So your Pixel 7 will probably come with Android 13 on it. Or depending on if it was updated or not.
Yeah, I have 13 on this one.
13. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So software-wise, it probably won't be too much different.
But faster, better camera.
Yeah.
All the hardware is going to be way better on it, obviously.
The camera is so nice.
Yeah.
These Pixels have some of the best cameras.
It's funny because even now, my wife has an older iPhone. I'm talking her into getting a newer one this year because she likes the iPhone ecosystem. And every time she's like, your camera is way better than mine. And I'm like, my phone's not even that new anymore. It's several years at this point.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I feel like the camera on that one is still good, but it's like I can only imagine how much better this one's going to be.
It's good. It's so good.
Was that one of your highlights of the Pixel 7?
Yeah. I really believe that out of the camera, without any post-processing, without any, filters or whatever, that the Pixel camera looks the best out of all of them, which is so crazy because the Pixel 7 is such a mid-tier phone.
Yeah.
Price-wise, I bought mine a couple months after it released on eBay used for $350. Why is this camera better than a $1,000 iPhone? Why is it better than the $1,300 Samsung S23 Ultra? Why does it look better? And I think that's the biggest thing is that those other cameras have bigger, not necessarily bigger, but more capable cameras. But at some point, you need to know how to utilize them.
Yeah.
And the Pixel just does a better job right out of the gate, just taking a picture, and it looks better. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They do a lot of really, really crazy things. So.
I'm excited to see what comes out of it now, especially because I have a young kid. So it's like the pictures that you'll look at in a couple of years or months even, and it's like, oh, yeah, that's what they used to look like.
Right? That's always so much fun, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's also one of the wife's reasoning for hopefully getting a new phone
for sure.
this year is that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. The pictures that'll stay with you forever
that's a big
that you
deal,
get
right?
from it.
Yeah. I mean, not just that, but having the extra storage on your phone.
Yeah.
It goes quick.
Yeah. Especially if you take a couple videos and you're like, oh, there goes a couple gigs. That's quick. So
goes quick. But
Yeah. No, that's the
good.
tech-wise. That's the big thing
I'm excited
going on.
for you.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure it'll be a mess. Transferring work stuff. 'Cause I feel like that's always a pain in the butt to do.
Yeah, make sure you transfer all your two-factor
Yeah,
authentication
MFAs,
stuff
yeah.
before you reset the phone. Oh
Yeah.
man, that's always a pain.
Yeah, it's like I'm always nervous. I don't know how many old phones I have now that I have never looked at again once I kind of officially switch over.
Yeah.
But it's always like all right, did I bring all that stuff
Did I
over? Is there going to
transfer?
be a code that I need that
Yeah.
it didn't copy over or something from one of the MFAs where you're just stuck with it now because you don't know how to get into it?
I've gotten so good at like
Yeah, I feel
turning
like
off two-factor authentication because I always reset my phones and sell them before
Yeah.
I'm like, I did not did not switch it over.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at that. I still haven't switched it over to this phone.
Yeah.
I really need
Hopefully
to do
you still
that.
have your old phone.
I do. I still have it. Jonathan, welcome to the stream. How's it going? We could talk about the iPhone Apple event with Jonathan, but he's already sold, and I'm sure he's already pre-ordered his phone. We actually have 3 Nathans. We've got Nathan, and Nathan right here.
That's right. I had to make an appearance since the the chat was getting overwhelmed with them, so took one out,
Yes.
put it in live person form for everybody.
I needed to get a little real life Nathan in my life, so.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Jonathan, are you a big iPhone Apple user in the world?
I think he said that he's on the S22 Ultra right now, but he's getting one of the new 15 Pro Maxes, I think is what he said.
Ooh, going for the big boy.
Your mom pre-ordered it with AT&T Family Plan. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was going for the Pro Max.
The big kit and caboodle there. Yeah.
I did not look at what the differences were, so honestly,
Yeah.
I don't remember. The
Yeah,
only thing I know is they have USB-C on them now,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah, I was gonna say I know they
Very
have
nice.
that. I saw where the base 15 and I think this is the Plus have USB 2.0, and the
Which-
Pro and the Pro Max have 3.1 or whatever.
it's so interesting to me that they do stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's another one of those big things that goes around the tech world is the USB now that, and then everybody's still talking about 60 hertz screens on the what do you call them, the lower tier iPhones.
Yeah.
And I can understand it because then everybody's other side of that is that the people that are buying that standard iPhone don't care, right?
Yeah.
They don't. But the thing that blows my mind is that you would think that they would be cheaper at that point. Like I said, this phone right here is brand new right now on sale for $599.
Yeah.
And this is more powerful and crazier than the 15 Pro Max. Like, it's insane to me that. So I get the argument that yes, the lower tier iPhones can have 60 hertz screen.
Yeah.
They can have USB 2.0. Like my dad never plugs his iPhone into his computer to
yeah.
transfer pictures. He would not care if his screen, was 60 hertz or 120 hertz. He doesn't care. He would be fine with like 10 hertz. Like he's fine.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're not like a $300, $400 phone.
Apple tax.
Crazy. Yeah, it's insane. It's crazy. I will say it, and I've said it a million times on this stream, and I will say it a million more times, that they are geniuses. They are amazing. Apple is one of the craziest, amazing businesses I have ever seen on this planet, but that does not make them good for consumers.
You don't get to be are they still the most valuable company
I don't
in the world?
think so. That's a good question.
You don't get to be the top 3 or whatever they're at now.
They're definitely still like top 3.
Yeah. By accident. It's crazy to me that I know
Oh, they are still.
Are they?
Yeah.
I know Jobs was there and then left and then came back, but it's crazy to think that like a founder CEO like that was there for so long after he left and isn't around anymore still chugs along like they do.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of impressive because I feel like a lot of times if they have a founder CEO, it's not uncommon for them to kind of fizzle out or do well but not as well or grow significantly like they have, but they've just keep chugging along somehow.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy. I don't know. I'm just glad that I saw the light and I'm not using an iPhone anymore. That's all I can say. Nathan says he is the prosumer. Uses a lot of the ProRes stuff. I mean, I get it. If you're using, I mean, I can understand it. I might not agree, but I understand. The name drop feature in iOS 17 is very interesting, especially when you meet new friends in school.
Do you know what that is?
NFC. It's this brand new technology. You may never have heard of it before.
I've not heard of this old, new technology that is being introduced to the world.
Basically, again, from what I understand, you can just take your watches, your Apple Watches, tap them together, and it'll like share your contact information.
I mean, that's kind of interesting. It's a neat feature. I feel like it's one that they could have done before and haven't, but no, they got on board at least.
The other thing that bugs me about this is that NFC exists already.
Yeah.
And there are a bunch of other tools like this already. And I get that they can go and make their own. Like, that's how the whole world works, right? They go make their own. But then they don't make it compatible with everybody.
Yeah. Well,
like, it's so frustrating to me that they... And again, it's part of their business. I get it, but...
Yeah, if you're in the circle, you enjoy all the tools that work together within the circle, but if you're not in the circle, it makes life harder between the two.
Yeah, it's frustrating for me being on this side. I'm like, well, we could just use like this tool that like works with literally everybody in the world. Oh, but this one's built into my phone. I get it. Why did you buy that phone then?
Yeah.
Like,
I
don't know.
Like
FaceTime.
Yeah,
the
that's
fact
where I was
that
gonna go.
FaceTime is so popular is just blows my mind.
Well, there is a convenience to it in my mind. Not that like, because I think Android does it now too, but
yeah, there's a million.
Yeah, because you can
video messaging.
You can call somebody with an Android if you just have their phone number and they both have Androids, right? Or am I making that up?
I mean, it depends on what Androids. I mean, there's like Google Meet but again, Google Meet you can download on your iPhone still. That's the difference.
I think the only probably sticking point is that it's like, oh, I have an iPhone with the phone number and it just works. Versus like, oh, I have to have a Google account now and I have to know my Google account. But it's like, who doesn't have a Google account at the same time?
Exactly.
So, even if it's like not your main source of email or anything like that, like you probably still have a Google account somewhere.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I still have an Apple ID. Like, it's not like, I don't know.
I think that's like the thing with a lot of iPhone folks is like, it's FaceTime. It's like FaceTime just convenient. It's like there are other tools, but it's like then you have to make sure you know their contact information on that as opposed to just the phone number. But here's the thing
is if you didn't have FaceTime and you didn't have iMessage, you wouldn't have an iPhone.
No. Yeah.
That's the crazy part to me. Is like you're choosing that because it has worse software on it. You're specifically choosing that phone because it has software that doesn't work unless the other person has that exact phone.
Yeah.
And this is where I'm getting is like consumers have been so dumb about this that they're still buying iPhones even though their phone doesn't work with mine or yours.
Yeah.
Just doesn't work. I mean, it does if you go and download the apps that I use.
Yeah.
But you're just choosing to say, well, you don't have FaceTime. Yeah, you don't have Google Meet. Like, well, but you could get it. Like, what?
But you're an angry green bubble, though.
I'm sorry.
No, I feel like I understand the frustration and the feelings or whatever's coming through you right now, but yeah, Yeah, I think it goes back to Apple just works with Apple, and like if you're in the Apple circle, you love it because it just works with all your stuff. If you have a iPad, it just works. If you have an Apple Watch, it just works. You know, they've made it so convenient for the people that are in there to stay there.
And you know, you bring up it just works, and
but it, yeah,
air
quotes around that.
Yeah, that's a very much air quotes type of thing.
Yeah.
Pinky, Nathan, Jonathan, Nathan.
Hello,
how's
everybody.
it going? Welcome to the chat, Pinky.
Yeah, looks like Jonathan threw in there that you can FaceTime link.
Yes.
But then you're making it inconvenient for somebody else at the same time. So it kind of goes back to that. Okay, you don't have FaceTime, but you don't have Google Meet conversation of things. So, which I've never had somebody send me a FaceTime link before. Does that mean so how does it work for somebody on the Android side then? Do you know? Because it's does it just pull you in a web browser now and you're talking through the web browser as opposed to a dedicated app?
Yep.
I mean, it's interesting. It's still another hoop to jump through because Apple...
Yeah. But if they just wrote the app for Android...
Yep.
I don't know.
Devon liked a message.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to get you on the soapbox.
Oh, man. I have a feeling we will just have this Apple and Android conversation just every single stream.
We're on the same same side of the fence at least. It's just,
And
I think it's good to a degree because you need multiple options. It's just that one is willing to talk to the other and one's not. It's a one-way conversation.
Exactly. That's the frustrating part to me. Is why can you not just keep iMessage? Just build it on RCS so that use this okay, you can have your iPhone. Why are you not using USB-C?
Yeah.
Why?
Hey, they were going to get there eventually.
Oh my god. I don't know.
I don't believe it either.
I don't yeah. They would have created their own
next generation Lightning connector.
Yes, they would have.
Yeah.
I don't believe that they would have used USB-C. I don't believe it.
Yeah. I agree with you there. They can say what they want, but I don't think they would have changed it. I'm glad that they did, and that's one reason that I'm
Yes, I'm much more likely for sure to entertain the idea, but
and I think that's part of why I'm encouraging my wife for her next round of phone to get the 15 because it's then we can share the same plugs, all that stuff. Because I mean, we have a couple of Lightning cables now, but it's all right, those are gonna be good for a little bit. And she typically gets the one before because it's a little bit less expensive, all that. So, but it'll be good.
Correct.
Why?
Because I took this from you.
Where do I put it?
Into your computer.
Oh.
Okay. In the back, probably. It is now the Nathan Show. I'll be right back.
For this second. It's me.
We'll go on a one-man Apple rant. How about that? Down with them. All right. The reason why Apple did not do it, Apple was. Oh yeah, 100%. They totally want Apple to come into their own stuff. Oh, now we're talking knock. What do we got over here? Oh, don't mind me, Devon. I'm just gonna stuff things in my pocket. Hand sanitizer.
I was gonna say, for the most part, that's probably fine. I don't know what else.
Yeah.
What you would actually be sticking in your pocket that is too expensive, right?
No. Is that a popcorn maker? That'll fit my pocket, right? Just stuff it in my shirt and walk out with it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, we have Canuck201 in the chat. How's it going? He's the one that was telling you to steal. I believe that.
Yeah.
Welcome.
He's a good influence, or she.
To the chat.
Sorry, that was probably assuming there.
Oh my gosh.
They.
See, and there now I give.
I'll trade you. You want this one?
No, I have a good. Your trackpad is terrible. Mine actually works. So
I'm not doing anything with it anyways. I'm just sticking around.
yeah, this is actually Canuck. Do I say Canuck or Canuck?
Or is the K silent? That's the question too.
This is actually his laptop.
Oh, okay.
He provided it.
Thanks for the donation.
To the stream. Oh, changes OBS settings. You better not. The amount of time that I've spent on this is not funny.
Yeah, I think that's intimidating because I didn't realize that there were. Again, I don't use OBS for much, but it's like there are so many settings in there, and it is insane how much you can change within that.
It's funny that because I mean I don't use most of these. Like
Yeah.
I have this
The faders
that's
and
not
transitions and yeah.
I have that's hold on. Why is this not working? Oh, there's OBS if you guys want to check it out. There we go. I don't know why nothing else is showing up. Oh, I need to put in my other camera. Sorry. I didn't even set this one up with my new camera and everything.
Yeah.
Hey, there we are. How's everybody doing?
Yeah, I think I accidentally deleted the microphone on one of my settings. I don't know how to get it back, but I don't ever use it, so I'm not too worried about it.
Make the screen upside down. Oh my gosh. I turned my back during a podcast with Devon and he ran off with it. Oh, the laptop. I wish that you would join me for a podcast, Matt. You won't call me back when I keep talking to you about our Chuck podcast. Have you ever watched Chuck?
Chuck is a great
show.
Yes!
Oh, we have talked about Chuck.
Chuck is fantastic.
Yes, so Matt and I have talked about doing a Chuck rewatch podcast.
Yeah, don't. Chuck is a fantastic show. So I got into it because one of my friends had like knee surgery and was laid up for like a week or something, couldn't do anything. And he like binged the whole show and he's like, this is great, you gotta watch it.
That's so good.
So I started watching, I was like, all right, I guess I'm into this show now, and watched the whole thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we've had some conversations.
We've sent some Sarah gifts back and forth.
Yeah, well, and also like had conversations about the last season and whatnot, and yeah.
I don't think Matt's still seen the last season.
I'm so.
I'm pretty sure that Matt said that he watched like the first episode, or it was whenever Morgan was turned into the Intersect, and he was like, nope, that's too much, and he stopped watching. I'm like,
yeah,
it was like 3 episodes. Like, just get through it.
Personally, I could have done without the last season, but I understand when you're renewed for another season, you take it.
Yeah, right.
Like, why wouldn't you? Mm-hmm. I just feel like they almost try to throw like 3 seasons into one.
Yeah.
And they left it at a good place with whatever the 4th season. They did 5, didn't they?
Yeah.
With the 4th season to where they could have ended it. But I think that's because I don't think they knew that they were going to have another season at that point, did they?
I have no idea.
So they left it like a good point.
Yeah.
I still like the ending of the show.
Yeah.
And I think season 5 wrapped up nicely. I think there was just a lot of stuff that happened that I was just like, this is overwhelming.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was a little much for it.
It was a little bit crazy, but yeah, I liked it. That was a good show.
Yeah, that was a great show. Man, I need to. Yeah, now I want to go back and rewatch it. Thanks.
I know. Tell me about it, right? So is the Chuck versus the podcast, is that official? Did we talk about that? I don't remember.
Did you go get it on iTunes so that you could bank it, since everybody cares about Apple Podcasts? I feel like that's everything I listen to is Apple Podcasts, and Spotify is now the other one.
Let me go download Apple Podcasts really quick.
They have an Android app? I can't imagine they do, right?
No,
yeah.
they don't. No, definitely not. I don't think... Does Apple make anything for Android?
I wouldn't think so. Like, why would they? I mean,
Google makes all of theirs.
Part of me, why would they, is like, they should for everything, but they don't have some basic stuff, so like, why would they give into it kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably do iCloud or something. Maybe?
I feel like they would have to, because like if you're on a Mac, well, I don't know, you could probably put like OneDrive or Google Drive or anything like that on there. So like you could get around it, but like with Apple liking their own thing, I feel like they would hypothetically do one. I don't know. Like I see it makes sense both ways in my head, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh shoot, Apple Music right there. They have Apple Music moved to iOS.
Yeah, of course they do.
The app that allows you to copy everything over. The Beats app so that you can
Oh, for your headphones.
sync your headphones. That's
Forgot
it.
they own Beats.
Actually, maybe it's not it. Let me see. Apple. Oh, those three: Apple Music Classical, whatever that is, and Tracker Detect. Oh, so you can use like their.
Find My Friends or whatever thing, or Find My Phone.
I think this is probably the AirTag. Yeah, this is for AirTags.
Oh, I didn't know you could do AirTags on a Android.
I guess.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, why wouldn't? Like, that's one of those things where it's like, well, yeah, if you're gonna buy our thing, we'll let that work with anything, because why wouldn't they? But yeah.
Yeah, so they make 5 apps for Android. Cool.
Now we know. So they care a little bit, right?
No, they don't. Can you imagine the dungeon that one developer
Yeah.
is in?
That support them all. Upgrade
Yeah,
them.
it's like, all right, hurry, you're in charge. We have to do Apple Music on
Yeah.
Android. Just make it work.
They're like, oh heck, we're coming out with a new Android version. All right, let me go try it out on this thing. Does it still work? Great. I don't have to do anything.
Oh man.
Do they still name Android versions after like candies, or is that a thing of the
I think
past?
so.
Because I feel like
Probably.
I feel like
I
you know,
don't-
like gingerbread and ice cream sandwich. I mean, those are super old ones at this point, but like
Yeah.
I remember those
Yeah.
being like huge back in the day.
Android 14 is upside down cake.
Okay.
Android 13 is tiramisu. Android 12 was snow cone. Android 11, red velvet cake.
That's so specific.
Android 10 does not immediately pop up on my search.
Cannot compute. Too old. Yeah, I feel like all the ones that I remember were like 4 and 5.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here's just all of them. Oh, yeah. Apparently Android 10 was just Android Q. And then
Oh.
9 was called Pie.
Yeah.
8 was Oreo. 7 was Nougat.
3 would have been funny if they did that as pie.
Yeah, right? 3 was Honeycomb. That's a lot. They used to do it for
Yeah.
every version they released.
Yes, it was like 3.2 is going to be whatever. Yeah, makes me think of Mac OS. I think it was.
Oh, their names
With,
are the worst.
Yeah, with Snow Leopard and then
Like-
Leopard and then Lion.
Yeah, right?
and
Not
all the
gonna lie.
animals.
They've got worse. Mojave and Sierra and
Oh, so now they've moved to
oh yeah,
regions,
they're
kind
terrible
of.
now. Yeah, I was more okay with the
animal,
big cats.
Yeah.
But Mac OS code names. Yeah, so
It makes you wonder who, the brainstorming session that goes into these, that we're like, we know what's the new version going to be called? The amount of money spent to name a version of any sort of software has to be hilarious.
right? Oh yeah, this is probably more of a marketing thing.
Oh
right?
yeah, 100%.
So the latest Mac OS 13 is Ventura.
Like Ace.
I don't know, maybe. 12 was Monterey. 11 was Big Sur.
So those are California regions.
1015 was Catalina.
Yeah, that's another California
1014 Mojave. High Sierra. Oh, 10.12 was Sierra. 10.13 was High Sierra.
Well, that's kind of like when they were Snow Leopard and Leopard. I think those came out back to back.
Yeah, you're right. El Capitan.
Which I think those were 10 years ago
Mavericks.
now. It shows my ancient history of some of that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Leopard was 10.5. Snow Leopard was 10.6.
Yeah, when were those released?
2007 for Leopard and
Oh, really?
2009 for Snow Leopard.
Okay, that would probably... Was Lion right after that?
Yep.
Yeah.
2011.
I remember, yeah,
And
that would
then-
make sense
And
then.
then Mountain Lion.
Yeah. Yeah, when my first internship in college, I did help desk support, and I remember there was a handful of Mac users, and they were all trying to upgrade their OS, and they're like, no, don't do this yet. We haven't the thing came out, and they're right on their app store, or whatever, downloading it. They're like, I'll spend the $30 for it. I don't care.
Right.
But then it was it didn't work with any of the new,
Yeah.
or didn't work with any of the business apps that they had
Oh,
yet, because
of
it
course,
hadn't been
yeah.
validated
Yeah,
yet. So
right.
it's hadn't gone through all that, so people were having to get downgraded back, and they were all annoyed about it. And it's
Yeah.
yeah, you shouldn't have gone and spent your couple of shekels there to upgrade it on your own.
Right. Pinky says all those are better than the Intel code names. All the lakes.
Yeah, Alder Lake,
Raptor Lake, whatever
Yeah.
that is.
makes me think of some Jurassic Park stuff
Right.
there.
What is a Raptor Lake? Dude, this could be a podcast in itself.
Oh yeah.
Just talking about tech code names.
Well, and I mean how namings have to get changed because there's trademark
Oh,
infringements
yeah,
that go
right.
on, and
Yeah, can you imagine?
yeah, all the rebranding that has to go through stuff. Yeah.
Holy buckets, this list of Intel code names is really long.
Yeah, you'd think that the people would just get smart and like number stuff after. I mean, that's the general
Oh.
name that comes out is all numbering at this
Yeah.
point, but it's like it took them a long time to get there. Well, then you switch sometimes.
The 11th gen is Rocket Lake. That's just a, like,
Yeah.
okay, what are we doing now?
What other adjective are you gonna throw in there, or even noun? I mean, a rocket to things.
Alder Lake. We got. Where's the next one? We got.
Agreed, Jonathan. Android had the best code names there.
Those are pretty good. I think.
Yeah, they were good when they got on the candies and desserts. Who doesn't like a good dessert?
I mean, the cakes are a little bit weird to me. All the candies was fun.
yeah.
That was like prime, anyways.
Wasn't
right?
Kit Kat a huge deal when they got that one?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
it was like Kit Kat's a brand name. It's not like upside down pineapple cake, whatever that one was.
Yeah.
So like, did they have to pay Kit Kat for it, or did Kit Kat just agree to it because it's marketing for them?
yeah,
I
I don't know.
mean,
I don't know.
that's one of those weird things where it's like,
See, this is what we dive into on this podcast.
Yeah.
Like, this is actually kind of a
who pays
good
who,
idea.
or is it just an agreement
Okay,
that
so-
like we're just gonna use the name for it?
So this website says that, oh, this just talks about the actual OS, what was new in the OS. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. They don't talk about how they got the name.
Yeah, like the partnerships that go on that I'm like, well, who pays who here? Or is it just an agreement that we're both gonna just let it happen?
Oh, okay, here it goes. Google first had to get permission to use the Kit Kat name from Nestle.
Yeah.
Nestle also released a limited edition Kit Kat bar with Android decorated packaging
Oh.
in conjunction with the OS release.
Doesn't tell you who paid who though.
No, it doesn't say much else other than that. That's a
I
really
wonder if that's their nice
interesting
way of just saying that they
idea.
let them use it. They were.
I mean, if Google called me and said like, "Hey, can we
Oh yeah, you let them do it. You're like, sure, why not?
codename our
This-
operating
you mean it's
system
gonna be all
after
over the
your
news?
brand?"
People are gonna buy that thing up.
Right?
Well, and then they were smart too that they took the opportunity to do some Android branding with it though.
Yeah.
Because then you get the people that are never gonna eat the candy, but they're gonna buy it because
Oh,
they
yeah.
have the packaging for it.
Yep. Anytime you can have special edition
Yep.
stuff, for sure. Oh yeah, Sky Lake. We had KB Lake and we had Coffee Lake.
Oh, I forgot about Coffee Lake too. Yeah, whoever
So bad.
whoever thought about that at Intel was not. And the thing is, it's like it's not one person that comes up with that. It
Oh,
goes
yeah.
through like a whole.
Yeah, this is a team.
Yeah.
You know, it's a team
Well,
effort.
and then it gets approvals from how
Yep,
many people too.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You were little when Android. Oh man, I know. Some of these people in chat are a little too young for this stream right now.
They don't know what FireWire is, do they? There's a throwback for it. I saw something talking about that earlier this week, kind of in relation to that Apple USB-C, and it killed me. And then somebody threw out FireWire.
I have a camera in that bin with the blue topper on it that
Yeah.
has FireWire.
It's funny because I took a video production class in high school, and the
Yep.
camera used FireWire, and like that was like they had to like get special approval for that computer to have FireWire
Right.
on there because it's public school, their budget's whatever,
Yeah.
and they have to get a special order on one computer for the whole place for FireWire. Sorry, Pinky, I didn't mean to.
Pinky's not one of the young ones.
Yeah, I didn't
unfortunately.
mean to tear that out for you. My apologies there.
Oh man, it's okay. I'm pretty happy with where I was born, to be honest.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I to be honest though, I wish I was born about 10 years earlier as far as technology goes. Not only technology, but like music wise and everything too. I
Yeah.
like the music of the 80s is incredible. But being able to have the technology, I truly believe if I was born 10 years earlier, I I would have made a much bigger impact on the technology world than I have done so far. I always felt like I was just like too young to do this. And I'm like, oh, I'm not old enough right now to go and make a big impact here. I'm not quite old enough to write my own like iPhone app.
Yeah.
I'm not quite old enough to like.
But the flip side of it is, it's like there's stuff that like will come out now that we're old enough that we just didn't think about too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I'm kind of where Pinky's going with this. I kind of like where I was born, and the fact that like I think it's more around social media for me. That like social media wasn't a huge thing, when we were super young, and that kind of gets pushed out to you. It's like, we were in the early phase of it, like in our high school, college years, and so it was like people were dumb back then, but it wasn't like it would get you canceled kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like it does now. Everybody.
Man. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I did a lot of really dumb things that I put on the internet.
Yeah, for sure. I think everybody did. I clearly it still goes on though, but it's like there's a lot more consequences to doing it now than there once was.
For sure. When I restarted this YouTube channel, I had to make a lot of videos private. This channel was started in July of 2006. That's when I started uploading videos to this YouTube channel.
That's impressive.
I know.
That's super early.
It was really
That's
early.
Impressive.
This is one of those other things. I was in high school at the time, right? If I was a little bit older, if I would have been in college when I started doing that,
you didn't know what you would have. You didn't know what you could have had.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah.
But I just the like. I just think back at stuff like that. Like if I would have gotten that, when I was like sophomore, junior in high school, like that's really when I was really into video making, editing movies, and like making short films and stuff. Like I mean, if I was just in college and I had that freedom outside of like my own family bubble, like my parents still at that time didn't want me to be on YouTube because they were afraid of it, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, there's still obviously reasons to be afraid, but theirs, reasoning was a little bit different. But like, can you imagine? Can you imagine that if like I had,
Pinky, there's a singer.
Would have had 700 subs. Yeah. I mean, I would have probably been able to do like another giveaway or something, and then I would have been close to 1,000 subs.
Yeah. I don't think I even was on.
I don't know.
I think my Facebook was 2007, and that's because somebody else created it for me.
Nice. Yeah.
It was funny because like it was like for the longest time, like back when MySpace was a thing, like I didn't make any of my own things. Like somebody else made it for me. Like here you go, and I was like, I guess I have this thing now.
Right,
cool. So
welcome, Nathan. Welcome back.
Yeah.
We're just talking about being old for the most part.
Yeah.
It's fine.
That's okay. I'm the youngest of my siblings, so it's like my sister was even earlier on Facebook because that's when you had to have an EDU address to get on there because you had to be in college, and that's when it was still the college thing. It wasn't open to everybody and their grandmother like it is now.
It's crazy. See, like that's the thing that I would have been doing if I was in college at that time, and I heard like, oh man, this thing that is sweeping like college campuses right now, and becoming big was written by that guy in college over there. Like, I would have went and done that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was I'm sure all a mindset thing, but man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
We're all younger than you, Pinky. Yes.
We're all older than Jonathan too, apparently.
If you count your brother to this stream, then now you have to say last names for now on. Oh my gosh. Wait.
Is your brother also
Is your
named
brother
Nathan?
named Nathan?
Are you Jonathan and Nathan?
God.
So you have a Joe Nathan and a Nathan. I'm going to assume that's what he means at least, so.
Man. Nathan's.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was such a hot name. Because, again, like, I think I went to school with... There's one that I know off the top of my head. And there probably was a second one at some point. But it's like... You know, the hundreds of kids that I went to school. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I graduated from college or high school with
Mhm.
like not 1,500. There was like 1,500 in my school.
Yeah.
Total, but it's like there might have been a handful of
Yeah.
us.
I'm pretty sure I knew one Nathan like through school, and we had the same birthday.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, I don't think there's any other Nathans.
Yeah. Like I would have. Yeah.
I'm actually changing the name of this channel to Nathan Does Tech, just because it makes more sense at this point.
Feature a new
right?
guest with
Like-
a new Nathan with Devon. Devon's the guest he's the recurring guest host with a new Nathan every week.
Recurring guest host. I like it. Dude, if I could have a different Nathan on this stream every week, can you imagine?
I mean, you clearly have one. You do this every week. You could do one a month, just rotate through us.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That'd be funny. Yeah, that would be amusing.
You all are crazy. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. I've known plenty of Jonathans. I've known way more Jonathans than
Oh,
I've known
absolutely,
Nathans.
right? For sure. I mean, my brother-in-law's name is John.
Yeah.
It's actually just John. He's not a Jonathan.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
just John.
Yeah, I have two cousins named Jonathan.
Yeah.
I think one has an H and one doesn't, so that's the difference in them. But yeah,
Nice.
actually, I have three cousins. I have one on my mom's side. I think I have two on my dad's
Yeah.
side. Yeah.
I've got an uncle Jonathan, but I think that's about it in my family. I've known plenty of Jonathans, though, for sure.
Yeah. It was me and three other Nathans. Yeah.
Oh man,
I didn't
that's
have that many.
Crazy.
That's like my wife's brother's name is Tyler,
Oh,
and
yeah, that'll
there was
happen.
like 20 kids in their class, and there was like 4 Tylers.
yeah.
And it's like they have to start like naming, like one was like actually Tyler, and then the other ones were like Tyler last name initial, and then I
Yeah.
think 2 of them had the same last initial. So then it was like,
Of course.
I think one of them was like the actual Tyler, but then
Yeah.
it's like, really? Yeah, it is funny, and it's funny how names are like generational too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we tried to when we picked Amelia's name, we were like, we wanted something that was easy enough,
Yeah.
you know, wasn't like crazy, but we wanted it to be different enough
Yeah.
that it wasn't, you know, because you know, my wife's name is Katie. She's also very, you know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a very common name for people our age.
right? She went to school with and was best friends with like 4 other Katies.
Yep.
And so the year that she transferred college, if she would have stayed there, she would have been in like a 4-plex with 4 other
Yeah,
with
Katies.
3 other Katies.
Yeah.
So there would have been 4 Katies. Like that was their plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, two of my buddies from college, they're both wives are named Katie. Actually, one of their weddings, I think they had, was it 5 or 6 bridesmaids and groomsmen? Like either way, like half of them were named Katie, including the bride.
Nice,
So it's like
yeah. It's crazy.
you have a ton of them.
And then we have Scarfino, who is older than everybody.
Oh, the OnlyFans interview. Now we're getting real interesting.
Oh, he's just
Push.
trying to act like he's young again.
Yeah.
It's fine. He'll be going to bed soon.
I
Disregard whatever he says in the chat.
I
It's
love
fine.
that OnlyFans tries to still claim that they're a creator, like they're a Patreon almost. And like, yes, you can say that, but we all
Wait,
know.
it's your birthday? Why would you not tell me this?
Yeah, that's a big one
Why
too.
would you not tell me this?
That's a congratulations, Scarfino. That's huge.
It is on Facebook too. I don't get on Facebook.
I've gotten real
so-
bad about looking at people's birthdays on Facebook, and that's the only way I know people's birthdays anymore.
Oh yeah, I've started putting birthdays in my like
Calendar?
my Outlook calendar.
Yes,
'Cause
yes,
I don't-
I've done
I
it.
don't go to Facebook
Well,
anymore.
I started doing that with my nieces and nephews because they don't have Facebook. They're all too young for it. But like, I remember it if I think about the day, but like it comes up in the calendar. I'm like, I have yep, completely went over my head that I didn't even
Right.
think about it. And I've had to put the year in now too, so that I remember how many years they are.
Nice. Well, happy birthday,
yeah,
Scarfino.
yeah, happy birthday.
I had no idea. I will go on Facebook more often just for you. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Cheers to you.
Yeah, cheers. Well,
Are we all right.
we can do that.
Cheers.
That was a finish your beer kind of moment, wasn't it?
That was a good one. We finished the beers. Happy birthday, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Thank you, give you money. Okay.
We'll think about it.
Maybe. Everybody has to give you $20. No.
Yeah.
You're halfway there. Congratulations. You really think you're halfway? All right. Okay, good for you.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're an optimist. That's awesome. Oh,
For
man.
a second, I thought I was talking about his half birthday, and I was like, no, it's your birthday. Yeah.
No, that's the real birthday.
Yep.
It's Facebook official. You've got all of the Nathans singing in chorus to you.
Isn't the happy birthday song copyrighted by somebody, so you have to pay them every time that you sing it on TV?
Probably.
I think it is.
Yeah.
You have to sing an alternate one.
Don't.
We won't
sing
go
it
that.
then.
Yeah, we won't. We don't want to get the video taken down.
I mean, most of my videos are copyrighted at some point. The last stream, I just said screw it, and I was like, I want real music in my stream.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't care if I'm getting. Well, and to be fair, I'm not even monetized yet, so I'm not making money off of these anyways.
They take it down, and it's like, all right, well, that stinks for the future, but
yeah,
at the same time.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I'm trying to think about because I knew it at one point, what you have to do, like the thresholds to get monetized is 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours.
4,000 watch hours, yeah. So, I mean, technically now, to apply to the YouTube Partner Program, which is what it is to get monetized, you only need 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. But there's now tiers.
Yeah.
So that gets you the super chats. That gets you to be able to put merch on your store and everything on your page. You still need the 1,000, 4,000 to get AdSense, which is what everybody cares about.
That's the big one. Yeah.
Yes, last stream was definitely copyrighted for sure. Yeah, I was playing even it wasn't even just real music, it was popular music too. Another Nathan alert. We've got all the Nathans in the chat. Do a sleep stream and you will idly thank you. I appreciate it.
People watch you sleep at night.
I mean, I would want to do on a different channel because
that's like the show Big Brother-esque there with their live stream stuff.
I don't know. I'm not quite a fan. I have been debating starting a new YouTube channel though. Maybe this is something that we can talk about.
Would it be more tech related?
No.
This is so that's interesting you bring that up because I think on last stream or stream before that somebody asked you what your Instagram was. I think it's when you asked me how to get in touch with me.
Oh,
and I threw out Instagram and somebody wanted your Instagram and it's your name.
Yes.
And trying to go down the rabbit hole of do you keep it tech oriented and rename it and split off a personal account, or do you switch up and kind of the cobwebs that go with that? I don't know if that's where you're going or not.
Well, not yet. I'm kind of more trying to experiment. So I have this channel and
you have a life one too, don't you?
Huh?
You have a life-ish personal one kind of.
I did for a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything on it. I think I saw something about it once.
Yeah, I posted a video once on it. Yeah, I did, but I haven't. I actually switched that one up already. It is not that anymore. I'm debating. There's part of me that wants to create I say health and fitness channel very loosely.
Yeah.
Because things like I did today, this mud run is so much fun. I love doing this stuff. As much as it doesn't look like it, I still work out 4 times a week.
Yeah.
I really do enjoy it, and I want to get better at it. And I feel like the public, being YouTube channel might help me hold
you accountable. Yeah, it's an accountability partner.
Devon does LARP.
Now we're talking. That I might make a guest appearance on that if it happens. Yeah. Yeah. I don't hate it.
I mean,
Now we're talking. Yeah, we got multiple people in on this.
I mean,
I think the room's an agreement here. That's got to
I
happen.
could see that.
You already have a sword.
I'll have to talk to Katie about this because we take our role playing very seriously in this house. So I just want to make sure that like that's okay with her. Sorry. That's an interesting one. I
like it.
Huh.
Do you do that already? Do you LARP?
No, I've
Okay.
never LARPed.
Okay.
I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah. I personally am not, but like I know people that are.
We actually
and do.
at our old house, one of the guys across the street, every once in a while he had like this weird like the only thing that it was like just this weird bar system, and the only thing that we could like imagine this was, it was basically like, you know, it was just this bar so that you could hang like a punching bag, or my thought was like it's a carcass hangers to drain the blood, right? Like you just hang up your
deer.
Right. But he would hang up like some sort of punching bag or like some sort of mannequin or something, and he would sword fight this thing. Like
weird, yeah.
Yeah, it was
I
one of those.
Weird. I mean,
it was every once in a while we'd like look out the window and go, he's going at it again. Like there you go. Like,
was it like a real sword or was it like a
no?
foam
Oh no,
one?
yeah,
Okay.
It was like practicing for LARPing type of thing. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Get his technique down.
You're gonna need 4% of the revenue. If I do Devon Does LARP, I will put you in the notes for sure.
I cannot help but think of like the movie role models every time I think about LARPing.
I don't know which movie that is.
Oh,
I'm not a movie person.
So it's
literally everybody else watches
it's
movies.
It's Paul Rudd and Sean William Scott. Somebody. So it's the premise of the movie is that these two guys get busted for something and they have to do community service, and they're like enrolled in this Big Brothers Little Brothers program. And so one of the kids they get partnered with is McLovin from Superbad, but you know he's a different character in this movie, and like he's real into LARPing, and so like he takes him to like a LARPing. It's not like a event.
Good event, yeah.
Yeah.
A battle.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. And so Ken Jeong is in it, who plays from The Hangover. He's in it, and he's like the king of the LARP world.
Of course,
and so,
yep, that makes sense.
But they take it very seriously, and so like all I can think about is like them in the movie doing this LARP event. And
that's not. I don't know. That's not a terrible idea. I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to think of how I could actually make it work.
So go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say so that's what I'm thinking is I'm debating starting a health, again, I say health and fitness so loosely.
Yeah. So you'd use it more as like a personal journey, look back, accountability type thing.
Yeah. It really probably is more of a vlog style channel.
Yeah. It wouldn't be like you posting like workouts for other people to do.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I definitely do not want to be that guy. It's more of would be much more of a like me like telling stories. This is what I did today. Like don't necessarily do it. Okay, so here's the other idea is take a twist on that, because I work out for the most part down here in this pub. How, on a scale of 1 to 10, would you watch this if I was like getting drunk and or drinking while working out?
Oh man.
And or like the pub like pub working out in the pub. Just drinking and working out.
Doing some keg curls.
I have a couple of kegs. Like I could do like curls. I could do like whatever.
I think
like keg squats.
I think you'd have to do it with like the like the bar equipment, for lack of better terms, like the things around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like a bar that you would
exactly.
see. Yeah.
Make it like do all of that. Like what?
Yeah, that would be like it would be satirical, but not at the same time, which would like kind of make it multiple audiences, if you will.
Yeah. So that's an option. The only problem with that is I feel like it's very one-dimensional.
Yeah.
I mean, you could probably put. Here's the other. Along the same lines, another video type that you could do there. is I could review beer and
Yeah.
talk about the nutritional value of that beer, and like, oh, this one is really heavy. It's like 140 calories.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try to burn that off while I'm
Oh,
reviewing the
man.
beer.
And how long it would take you to burn off 140 calories?
Yeah, right?
Oh, jeez.
Like do something like
You'd be,
that,
like,
something
sprinting on
along
a
those
treadmill
lines.
trying to get rid of that.
Push-ups on the top of the bar while Katie pours. Yes, doing sit-ups and like oh yeah. Like there's, I feel like that's more of a like TikTok type of content.
Yeah,
Like
the YouTube Shorts, because that was another thing I was going to get to before
shorts.
we moved
like,
past it. Was
like short form
Yeah.
content. I feel like it might fit better
it's a
there.
quick joke kind
Exactly.
of thing.
I don't think
Yeah.
anybody would watch a full video about it.
Right.
Like,
Not the one
what
that would- yeah.
is he doing? Unless I'm getting absolutely plastered every
Yeah.
single video, and just everybody is watching. We take roleplay series. Are you behind, or are you just stuck on that idea, Scarpino? Just as a tech enthusiast, I've been fascinated with EVs lately. If I had the money to buy a new car, that would be fantastic. That'd be a really good channel. Actually, that's another one that I thought about, another channel option, because I have that old Buick sitting in
Yeah.
the driveway.
Pimp Your Ride.
Basically,
That's how I knew what house it was.
like that's an option.
Yeah.
I like just literally focused on that car, focused on just making it survive as long as possible.
Yeah. How many miles does it have on it now? Because it didn't have a
Do
lot
you
when
want
you
to
guys
take
got
a guess?
It didn't
So
have many when you got it.
We inherited it in 2016
Yeah, it had
with
like, what?
32,000 miles
I was
on
thinking
it.
it was 40.
32. Do you want to guess how many it's
You had
at
it in
now?
2016.
Yep.
We got to count for a couple years before COVID.
You're never gonna guess.
It might be 60.
52.
Okay.
52,000 miles. on
Okay.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like 60 might be pushing it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And
We have-
how old is the car though? Like,
It's a 2004.
okay, so it's almost 20 years old now.
Yep. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I swear it's gonna be Amelia's car when she starts driving.
I joke about the car that I bought, like the first car that I ever bought, like myself, like not my first car ever that I bought, will be my daughter's car, who's now 10 months old. So like, you know, in 16 years that thing we'll still have
yeah.
it, it'll still run.
Yep.
All that, because yeah, it's 9 years old now, but like I don't drive it much. Like we have a family car that we drive
Yeah.
for the most part. So
Yeah, exactly. I've been working from home since 2019 now,
Yep.
2020, and yeah, and we've got a family car that we take everywhere else. The only reason it's got that many miles on it is because I take it out. I try to take it out at least every week to
yeah,
just to
just make
drive
sure it
it.
still runs.
Yeah.
Keep the oil in it fresh.
Yeah. Otherwise, I've filled up the gas tank like 4 times since I've been working from home. Like
I mean that sounds about right.
I fill it up like once, like twice a year at this
Yeah.
rate. Like it's crazy. Every once in a while, like I'll take it. Like my dad will drive in, and I'll go and meet him up on like the north side of town.
Yeah.
So I'll put
You'll put 30 miles on it then.
yeah, a bunch into it, but
Yeah. I think Jonathan's trying to make this into a competition of how many things we can find that are older than he is at this point.
oh, you'd like to see you lean into modding more, Devon. Oh yeah, that is honestly kind of the direction I'd like to go with this channel, to be completely honest. I have a blast with that kind of stuff. It's so much fun. I don't know if you saw the latest video.
I haven't. I've seen the one with your wife's case, but I haven't seen the
yeah.
newest one where you spray painted.
Yeah,
I've heard about it, and I saw like the cliff notes.
All right, sorry that just let me just jump to. I don't think did I show it here? Yeah, so basically I spray painted a pretty sweet galaxy on the side. I think you
You can kind of see it
there,
from that
yeah.
angle. Yeah.
Yeah, it was super fun. I'm really here. Let me just. Sorry, I'm also on. Hey, there it is. I can actually let's just do this. Loop. All right, so here's this video. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I like this kind of stuff, and I'd like to continue doing this kind of stuff. The one problem that I'm finding is that if I'm just kind of doing this, it's really tough to continue making it tech focused.
Yeah.
Like this almost turned into like an art video.
I mean, it kind of is though.
It is,
like,
yeah.
It's you're
'Cause
designing
that's-
something and creating it.
That's really the biggest thing that I did here was the art on it,
Yeah.
right? But
So, like,
I want it to be a tech channel.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a tech channel.
Right. So it's like, yeah, it's a computer, but it's like the focus wasn't the guts of it. It wasn't
Yeah.
like what's your CPU, memory, GPU,
Yeah, exactly.
all that stuff.
So I've been thinking of different ways that I can make it more tech focused. Like if
Yeah.
we do like this, we do a full build. If we didn't swap his computer on camera like this, I wouldn't have made this video.
Yeah.
Right? Because it would have been just an art project. Like that's not a tech video. So I think that is the only way that I can move forward with stuff like this is make a case and then build something in it.
Yeah.
Or like this
Which-
where we swapped everything.
Yeah.
Right? You know.
I
It
feel like
doesn't have to be a.
That's gonna be like one tough part. At least like me not understanding or knowing how like the techie kind of stuff works with like the brands though. Like, you know, like, oh, you want to build a PC? Do you have to go out and buy all the stuff now, or like, I mean, because there's money involved with that. So
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's like there's
Yeah, so the one that the PC that I built for the giveaway, I mean I just went and
bought
bought
everything
it,
from
and then
Micro
I
Center or
sold
whatever.
it. Yeah. Luckily I sold it. I made my money back.
Yeah.
That was the goal. I originally listed it at more, but it was not selling.
Not getting any hits.
So I lowered the price down to basically exactly what I paid for it, and then I
Yeah.
finally sold it.
So that's the tough
Which-
part for, yeah. Like in my mind, it's like to get enough stuff to review it. Like you almost have to like be at a level that like the places send you stuff to review as opposed to like you have to go out and buy it, which like it's like a very chicken or egg type situation.
Yeah,
it's like
absolutely
you have to
right.
like sustain to
Yeah.
get there before you can.
That's
before
why
you can
like
get it.
everybody in the tech industry is like literally just you just review every single piece of tech that you already own.
Yeah.
You know,
Like, but-
this computer, this USB hub,
Yeah,
this phone,
my Pixel
that-
4a.
Exactly. Yeah, they're just literally do that, and then hopefully by the time you get through all of your tech,
Yeah. Then hopefully
you're big enough
that people will
that
send you
somebody
stuff.
will send you something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I
That's
feel like-
what Pinky's doing too, buying and flipping PCs.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Mr. Nathan's thought with the smart home stuff.
Yeah.
I think smart home stuff's really interesting, but it
is.
can get. I feel like it
can get really expensive really fast.
Well, and I feel like it can get overwhelming too, because
Yeah.
I feel like that's like you can kind of get pigeonholed into one of the ecosystems. Then
For
it's
sure.
like, okay, now you're buying everything. It's like you either go that way or you go super jank, and it's like it kind of works. Or I had to like spend.
You gotta get the expensive stuff,
Yeah.
otherwise it's not worth it.
Yeah, it's like I spent 50 hours trying to make this thing work. And it kind of works good enough. I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Yeah, for the most part, you got. That's why like there's so many like smart lights, but I'm at the point now where
Yeah.
I'm not gonna buy one that's not a Philips Hue light.
Yeah.
I get that they're like $40 a bulb, but I'm not gonna buy.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember. One of the guys that worked at the company, like when I started there, he was real into like the home automation stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah, I drive up, park in my garage. I'm within range now, so the song I'm listening to on my
Everything
phone that
just-
was in my car now moves into my home speakers. But he's like, but yeah, they're not the same companies, so it's like there's like a 30-second delay on it, which like, you know, isn't that big of a deal. But it's like the way he had to do it was like so jerry-rigged together to like make it work that I was just like, man, sometimes it's nice to just you spend all day doing that. You can just go home and know that it's you spend the money to make sure that it's set up properly, but you don't have to worry about it, kind of thing.
See, and then I also run into the problem where I really only care about the tech that I actually use.
Yeah.
I'm not really the person that wants to go and buy something just to like review it.
Yeah.
So
Which is like Yeah, because then you get into like okay, how far do you go?
Yeah,
like,
right.
Okay, you're gonna go out and buy a new iPhone 15 because they're the new hot
Exactly.
thing, and
Like that's why I don't want this to also. One of the other reasons, again, why the last couple videos here have been like PC computer focused.
Yeah.
Because I did a bunch of phone videos. I love phones, but I also understand that at the end of the day, phone videos are fairly limited compared to a lot of other tech.
yeah,
You can
they
do
come in
phone,
one piece. Yeah,
Yeah, right. Like, yeah. What do you do with this? Okay, I can talk about the phone. Okay, now what?
yeah,
I can talk about my case. Okay, now what?
yeah.
I can talk about the watch that I have synced to it. Okay, well,
Yeah.
it's like,
And a lot of it is,
yeah.
unless there's like a crazy new thing, it's like the same thing, just like newer specs to
Yeah.
a degree.
Yeah, right.
I mean, they do come out with new stuff occasionally, but it's like,
they're at
Yeah.
at such a peak point right now that
well, yeah, I
it's-
feel like a lot of that stuff now is like going to be more towards the foldables, but even they're so expensive that it's
yeah, those are
difficult.
expensive. That, and at the end of the day, the thing that again stops me from getting a foldable is that they're twice the price
Yeah.
for like half the power.
Yeah.
Like they're worse phones.
You're
Other than the
you're-
gigantic screen.
Yeah,
right?
you're getting the convenience of like a phone tablet
Yeah.
combo
Yeah.
thing, which I feel like was funny back in the day when like the phones kept getting bigger to like try to get to that point before they started making the folds.
right.
And
Yeah.
now they're like going the opposite, they're like making them smaller
yeah,
again.
let's try to make it as small as possible while still giving you a big screen.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep, you'll definitely go broke chasing a lot of this. The
There's always
amount of
something new.
I was just watching a video. I forget where it was, but somebody was talking about, phone reviewers and how so many of them go into like some crazy debt because they start going through carriers and they
Yeah.
start up a new line every time a new like phone comes out.
Oh man.
So
and
then
then you have
they're
your
just
2-year plan on.
yeah,
or
and then
whatever
they're
they
just
have.
stuck with like a bunch of lines for 2 years and
Yeah, what are you gonna do with all those?
right? Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be the tough part with like, at least the reviewing side of tech stuff, because it's like
Yeah.
there's always something new that you're gonna spend money on. Of course, it's gonna be more expensive than the last one. So it's like if you want to get on the front end of it, you're paying the enthusiast price of whatever it's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be.
Yep. That's the other thing. Like, all of these phones come out and they cost $1,000,
Yeah.
and then 2 months later you can buy one used for $700.
Yeah. Well, it's even like the Pixels dropped like this week. I think they dropped
Oh, yeah.
200,
Yeah, they were-
250, something like
yeah,
that.
yeah. It's so hard to buy something new these days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Companies don't want to send you product that they're going to modify. What are they? Oh, that you're gonna modify. Oh, that makes sense. I
Yeah.
can see that. Yeah,
They don't want you cracking it open, and
yeah. Right.
they can't take it back if you make it your own.
Yes. Pinky Tech is not the only one flipping PCs. I also am PC. Sorry. There's a
little
there's
heart.
a dumb heart that covers it. Oh, flip PCs. Trying to save up for the tech that you want to buy, dude. I mean that good luck. I don't know how much money there is in PC flipping, and it scares me so much because prices change
All the time.
so quickly that it makes me really, really nervous to try to flip. That's half the reason I don't try to flip PCs more often, is because I'm so scared to do it.
Well,
like,
and plus you have to. I mean, you don't have to know somebody that's going to buy it, but like you have to make it for somebody to buy,
Yeah.
and you're trying to find a PC like with what they're wanting
Yeah,
and the price range they're
exactly.
wanting, and yeah, which makes it tough.
yeah, for the most part, I won't buy parts anymore at this point. I won't buy PCs. I won't try to, even if it's a good deal, like I won't buy it unless I have a plan for it. Unless I have somebody that told me like, "Hey, build me a
Yeah.
PC. Hey, I'm looking for something." It makes me so nervous because okay, it's a good deal right now, but tomorrow
Yeah.
it's not a good deal anymore, and now I'm stuck with it. And hopefully the next day it doesn't go down even more and I'm losing money.
Yeah, there is a very short shelf life on a lot of that stuff to make something back. I was lucky. The last PC I built, I ended up getting a CPU motherboard combo from Micro Center because we're lucky to have
They're
one of
so
those
good.
here.
Yeah.
And it was like a last gen CPU, which I was fine with because like my computer was like 8 years old anyway. So I was like, whatever, it's gonna be new. It's gonna be new to me.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
but in that time, I had a deal like through Amazon with like one of my credit cards that was like you spent like 1 point of whatever their card currency was. It was like you got half price on whatever you bought.
Oh, all
And
right.
so I bought like the current gen CPU and
Nice.
ended up selling the old CPU for like basically what I bought the CPU motherboard combo for.
Nice.
So it's like I basically ended up with like both those for like $20.
Nice.
And I was like, I pretty much saved money by buying a newer CPU off of it and selling the old one. So yeah, I don't sell much, but that was a win for me
That's
there.
good. That's good.
I was happy with it.
Nice. Oh man.
Yeah. So yeah, going back a while ago, yeah, I feel like because YouTube channels talking about your health fitness ish one, they reward for being more niche, don't they? It's not like
Yeah.
they're not going to do as well,
Well-
if they're tech and health split into one, right?
Yeah, really what it comes down to is when you're the more that you niche down, the more that you're going to grow when you're small.
Yeah.
But the more that you grow,
You have to span back out.
you need to start expanding
Yeah.
back out. That is
Which
the only
makes
way to
sense.
grow.
Yeah.
So basically, the farther you niche down, the faster you're going to find people to connect with. But then once you have reached the maximum of those people in
Yeah.
that niche, then you need to start expanding back out.
Yeah.
But but if you like literally niche down to one person, you're going to find that person and they're going to connect immediately and they're going to be in your community type of thing.
Yeah.
So that's why everybody talks about niching down, but it's only for new channels,
Yeah.
right? It's only for people trying to grow from like zero.
Yeah.
Because it's this weird process
Yeah.
of like finding
You have to get enough
those
people to-
but then expanding out.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Complicated process.
Yeah. It is a lot more complicated than I ever thought it was
Yeah.
going to be. It's crazy. So what do you think would work best? A generic health and fitness where I'm not really giving health and fitness, more of and that's where I don't think I want a vlog channel.
Yeah,
I
I
just
feel
don't
like-
think I'm good at that.
Well, and I
good
feel like-
enough at that.
I feel like vlogs are easy and difficult at the same time because it's like, in one sense, you just get up there and you talk about whatever you're doing, but at the same time, it's like, you have to like make whatever you're doing interesting too, to the point where people are going to watch it.
Yeah.
Or make some mess up that you... Cool, I did a bench press today of 2 kegs, but it's like, okay, you're working out, but like now you've made it interesting by having kegs on there as
Yeah.
opposed to...
But again, that's one
Weights.
video. What do you do
Right.
the next
Well,
one?
yeah,
You can't do the
exactly.
same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
It's only interesting once. So yeah, so I've got that. We could do LARPing. That's an option.
Yeah. Clearly there's a lot of fan base for that already.
Right. Car modding.
So, are there things you want to do to the car? Or ideas that you have that you would...
I mean, first off, it would just be like general maintenance. It would be
How to change the oil?
yeah, it'd literally be the easy stuff, right?
Yeah.
Just start with that. Then it'd get, but really it's maintenance, necessary maintenance. Then you move on to the preventative maintenance, like
Yeah.
just, hey, let's replace this, and just theoretically get deeper and deeper the more you learn and the more you actually do stuff.
I don't know if you're talking about like putting spinners on the car, some neon
No,
lights
not
underneath
yet.
it.
I'd love to like paint it or put a wrap on it. I've
Ooh.
watched a bunch of videos of people putting wraps on cars. I'm like, that'd be pretty cool.
So,
It's intimidating.
what's
but-
really funny is early on in my career, I worked with a guy that was really into... He was trying to figure out how to... I don't think it was necessarily wrap his car himself, but along the way he stumbled into like plasti dipping things.
Yeah.
And so then he was like watching like a week's worth of videos just on plasti dipping stuff
Yeah.
and like figuring out how to do it.
Yeah.
and I actually plasti dipped some rims
Yeah?
that I had.
Nice.
Yeah, it was forever ago. It was an old Jeep that I had. But yeah,
That's awesome.
got the spray paint cans for
Nice.
plasti dip.
Yeah.
Got it on there. They looked good by the
Yeah.
end of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I think that would be interesting. So you know, there's a whole YouTube channel, of course, that
Oh, yeah.
we watched on like dipping. They would get like these Lambos and like
gosh.
plasti dip them.
Yeah.
And like put some like holographic type looking stuff on there.
That's cool.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, so I
funny,
mean, there's
yeah.
stuff like that I would do. That I don't really plan on like modding it a ton, but
not
just
putting a Xbox in the trunk.
I mean, if we got to that point, we get to that
Yeah.
point, right? But I would definitely start with like the necessary maintenance things first. Welcome to the stream, Jeff. I appreciate you
Hi.
being here. Welcome, welcome. You could do a food channel. I could.
like cooking food or like reviewing food, or both, or like going to restaurants and like giving opinions.
Oh,
on.
I don't think I could do that. I have been doing a lot of smoking lately,
Ooh,
at
yeah.
least in the summer. So my job right before this, I worked at a pork processing company. We got some really good deals on pork.
Yeah.
So I finally went, broke down, and got my first smoker, and fell in love with it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's-
So like I have considered doing that, smoking and
Yeah.
like, but again, I always feel that imposter syndrome whenever I talk about stuff like this, right? Like, oh, I could make a smoking channel and be worse than all of the other smoking
Yeah.
channels. I could create
It's-
a car modding channel and be worse than
Yeah.
all the other car
it's,
modding channels.
it's the difficult part of it being like there's already them out there.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like what's gonna make me different than the other guy.
Yep, trying to figure out why would somebody watch me smoking
Yeah.
versus all of those professional pit masters that have been doing it
Yeah.
this their entire life.
And have a full recipe book of stuff that
Yeah,
they've done
right?
that are
Yeah. Why would you
Michelin
watch
star rated,
me?
basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have debated. I'll probably. I mean, I could probably still do it at some point this year. Maybe I should do that. Doing a stream from like my deck while smoking. Just literally like started at 6 a.m. Just
Yeah.
smoke all day. Just have the stream running.
It's the show. One of the shows we're watching right now is called Superstore. I don't know if you've ever watched it or not.
Yes.
And like one of the husbands of one of the people that works like in the store has a YouTube channel, and like he grills.
Yeah.
But he does it like it's not a stream, but like he videos it like in real time.
Just
So it's like, you know, if you're gonna smoke something for 3 hours, it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know, he throws it on the grill and then he's like, all right, and like just stands there for the other 3 hours
yeah.
and like doesn't cut any of the
Nice.
filler out or anything like that. It's
Nice.
like he shows the whole thing. So
That's awesome.
they don't talk about it much. It's like only in one episode, but it's
Yeah.
like funny because like the guy's like, that's a great idea. Yeah, like trying to like not crush his dreams, but
to be fair, that kind of content is I don't want to say like making a resurgence right now, but like this like weird content. Like, so here's another thing. I tell literally anybody, if you want to make the content, there's an audience for
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Like
somebody will watch
somebody
it.
will watch it, or you just, again, if somebody doesn't watch it, YouTube just hasn't been able to find that person
Yeah.
for you yet. YouTube just hasn't been able to find that audience. There's an audience for everything, and that like 100%. This kind of like weird, especially the very much vibey, like literally, I could make a video of me sitting on the deck smoking for 6 hours, and like that's a vibe for some people.
Oh yeah.
Like not even talking, right? Just drinking a beer, just smoking some meat.
Yeah.
And like people would watch that for the vibe.
Oh yeah.
That kind of thing is getting
Yeah,
really
you're hanging out with a buddy, basically,
Exactly.
kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because wasn't it like one of Mr. Beast's first viral videos was like him counting from like 1 to 1,000,000 or something stupid like that?
He's got a lot of videos like that.
Yeah. So it's like somehow that made it out there in the
Yeah,
world,
exactly,
and
right?
a bunch of people watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cooking channel. You know what? That's interesting. I've been really, really thinking and debating about like a new YouTube channel for a really long time, and like a cooking, smoking, grilling channel did not
Yeah.
come into my mind.
Do some role play in the kitchen.
What is? I don't
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, I feel like, and food in general is like, I feel like that's one of those ones where you can niche down into a spot and then expand back out. Because it can start off as like smoking meats, and then it's like, all right, cool, that found its audience, and now we're going to go into,
Yeah.
you know, whatever outside of that, you know, whether it's a Blackstone type thing, you know,
Yeah.
like in the same vein, but a different, slightly different alteration to it.
Yeah. That's a really interesting idea.
Yeah, a broad one like that is usually, I feel like,
Yeah.
the way if you're going to grow, but you also have to be creative with how you're going to do it too, which is the tough part.
Yeah. Interesting. You could do a music channel making royalty-free music for other YouTube channels to use. That's a fantastic idea. I work with a couple of music channels though, and they don't they don't do exactly that, making royalty-free music, but they do make their own music, and that is a really, really difficult concept. Because the way that YouTube works, like you have to, there's so many things that are important about, like, you know, hooking the viewer to watch the whole video that you can't do in a video that's focused on the music. Like if it like the video is just the song, like you don't have any control of what happens in that video. It's really strange. And the more that I work with music channels, the less I want to do a music channel.
I feel like music's one of those things that's like, maybe this is my, going back to our older age, not that we're old, but like the music videos in my mind are like what you go to YouTube for if you're going to watch it now kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which, like, there's a whole other cost and production value to that as opposed to just being the music part of it.
That would be really fun though. I would love to be like a music video production person. That would be super fun.
Yeah.
I'd be down with that. I would love to see you working the smoker in the middle of a snowstorm.
Oh man, that hailstorm today?
Yeah, we had a hailstorm. Oh my gosh. It was crazy. In the middle of the snowstorm. See, the problem is that I don't, and that's the other problem with that channel, is that I would probably have to do it in the winter.
Yeah. Well, with timing as it is now, yeah, if you're going to start it.
Well, I mean, yeah, just in general. I mean, you wouldn't want to do your channel, your YouTube channel, like 6 months and then stop for 6 months.
Well, that's true, yeah.
But,
well, I mean, unless you batched your content.
Sure.
Like, you could smoke, I mean, you'd run into the problem of, like, having just a ton of food around for a while if you're going to,
right?
every day of the week, you're going to smoke something.
For couple months.
And I guess it also depends on how often you're going to release videos too. If you do like weekly, you could kind of do it. But
yeah, it wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, we run then into the problem that I just don't like the cold weather. Like as soon as it gets cold out, I don't want to go outside.
Yeah.
Like, that's not fun. That's not fun to me anymore.
Then
so
you could get into the difficulties of smoking meats in the winter versus like during cold season versus a warm season though, because it affects your cooking times and everything like that. But yeah, I'm with you on that one though. I don't think that I would want to be out there and
no, I wouldn't. Yeah,
with
no, I wouldn't want to be out there for sure. Are we going late tonight? I have no idea. I'm really tired, so probably not actually. Found a hornet's nest in a tree in your front yard. That sounds like a YouTube video to me.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
You grill and smoke meat year round. Oh, absolutely. I mean, we do get snow here, but if
it's usually not too much.
Yeah, it's. I mean, for the most part, it's nice enough that we can still go out and grill or smoke for the most part.
It does get bitter cold some a couple weeks out of the year. It's pretty miserable.
I just don't want to go outside and like hang out outside when it's cold.
Yeah.
Like I'll still throw something on the grill. Don't get me wrong, but I don't want to go and like hang out outside if it's that cold, you know.
Yeah.
Pinky needs to teach me how to cook meat. Yes. I think we could do a Pinky smoking channel. That'd be fun. Dude, maybe we just get a bunch of tech tubers to create a joint smoking channel.
Take turns.
Yeah, and we just all create videos, smoking videos for the one channel. That could be fun. Then it's less pressure to get like videos out and do all that stuff. Just whenever you smoke something, you put it up there. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, a joint effort.
Yeah.
Then you're not consumed with a ton of food either.
That's also true. Yep. Yeah, I think honestly the highlight of something like that would be a live stream.
Yeah. Go this next to your smoker, just sip your beer while you're out there.
Yep, do literally exactly this, except I'm just sitting on the deck with a beer instead of down here. Usually end up in Discord. Oh man. All right. So health and fitness / vlog, LARPing, cooking channel, car channel. I think the only other one that I didn't mention yet was a gaming channel. That makes me nervous because I know that there's a lot of people doing gaming content right now.
Yeah.
And I know like returns on a gaming channel are not nearly as optimal as some of the other channels, but I would get to play a lot more video games.
And would you do streaming if you're going to do gaming, or would you do like hey, I played whatever game and then just make a YouTube video out of it?
Not all the time. I would probably stream, be very similar to like this, where I'd stream like once a week or something, or maybe once every 2 weeks. But then, definitely have videos for the most part. Videos are the way to go on YouTube. You'd like to do some nature stuff, camping, kayaking, canoeing, fishing. That would be really fun. Right now, having a 2-year-old, that stuff is not fun. But as soon as he, like next year, could be really fun.
Yeah.
Could be really fun when he like next year when he's 3. We don't have to worry about him like just falling over onto stuff and dying. Like once he's past that, like that might be fun, more fun. You have no idea what a create channel is. Okay. It might not. I don't know. You might have to rephrase your statement there, Pinky. They have a bunch of cooking, crafting, and travel shows on that TV channel.
Travel channel?
Oh, I missed it. Nathan said Pinky needs his own create channel, if you know what that is. Oh, I don't know what that is. Okay.
Yeah,
I see.
what create channel is either.
I see what's happening.
Do you know what a create channel is?
I have no idea. The channel is literally called Create.
Oh.
Yeah, I've not heard of that.
Is it a YouTube channel?
I don't know.
Or is this like a new streaming service network thing that you just don't know about? We're too out of touch with the times.
When I typed in create, it did not come up with anything but Minecraft channels. Huh. Minecraft, I think, would be really fun, but dude, it's crazy. Like PBS. Okay. Actual TV channel. No.
Makes sense.
Not familiar. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to decide. Or the other option is not necessarily creating a new channel, and it's just doubling down on the channel that I have.
Yeah.
And just like telling myself, like setting a schedule, being like, okay, we're going to work like X amount of hours on this channel, X amount of hours doing videos, and try to get content out. That's the other option.
If you did another channel, would you keep this one and do the tech side? You'd have just 2 channels then?
Yeah, I mean, I think at that point, if I was to create another channel, I mean, I'm not going to delete this one. It's not going anywhere. Yeah. I think the goal would be just to experiment with another one at the same time, and then see just kind of what happens and what sticks and
what tickles your fancy, what ends up sticking, and
I think it's a little bit of like
experimentation.
Get bored with this one for a while. I'll go and play with this one for a while. Okay, this one's terrible. Go back to the okay, now I'm back.
The shiny thing of the time.
Exactly. Yeah. Ooh, piece of candy. All right, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, I think that is the probably the goal. But if that's the other thing is like, if I experiment with this, oh man, this is super fun.
Right, you enjoy it.
You know, or yeah, it's really successful, or something's going on. That's an option,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, right now it would definitely be separate. I would keep both channels, type of thing. It'd just be creating a new one.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel
So,
like,
no.
yeah. So you got plenty of ideas, at least, for themes of channels. Getting to specifics is always more difficult because, I mean, you like the fitness one, it's like, yeah, you can lift barbells or lift kegs, but it's what are you going to do after your fun first idea that you have?
Exactly. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the other really tough part about that is I've looked up a lot of like niches on YouTube, right? I've done a lot of YouTubing lately, and the health and fitness is a really interesting one because it's only like bodybuilders.
Yeah.
It's only like professionals. It's only when I tried to find people like me that had a health and fitness
average folks
not bodybuilders,
Yeah.
not professional that had some sort of health and fitness based YouTube channel, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, interesting. And thinking about it too, you could almost, if it was food or like health, you could kind of weave them into each other at some point with like, hey, you've run out of so much like workout stuff. Now you're going to focus on like the healthy eating side, or like, hey, we're going to smoke a bunch of meats and now we're going to throw some veggies on it. Here's how you can grill veggies if you want it to be healthier, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's like you could kind of, again, like you couldn't do it at the beginning because you have to find whatever is going to grab to start with, but eventually branching out into that maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
What about healthy smoking? That would be a niche for a channel.
Yeah. Especially out of context smoking. If they were, what's the healthiest jewel you can
you
get?
can get green smoking.
Are jewels still a thing?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure they were outlawed and legally
along with the old school Four Locos.
Oblivion. Yeah,
Rest
exactly.
in
I think
peace.
it's same type of thing. Jonathan says maybe do a networking channel or a home server, home lab channel. That could be fun. Again, that's one of those things that I don't do at home anymore. Like, I did that stuff when I was in college, but I just don't have. I just don't do that stuff anymore because I don't need to. I don't know.
I feel like my problem with like a home lab is like I don't know what I would do with it.
Exactly. Yeah,
like,
I don't have a use for it.
Like
so
I don't need a print server. Like the only thing I really need is a NAS, and that's just to throw all the pictures onto something that like I don't want on my like computer, and I want easily shareable, and that kind of stuff like makes sense to me. But it's like, all right, cool, go out and buy a QNAP or make your own. Which I mean, like making your own could be a video, but then it's like difficult to like make into a full channel too.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be like something you throw on your current channel with like, hey, like I made my own personal NAS or my own home server kind of thing.
Yeah, that's
and what you
something
do
I
with
could
it.
absolutely put on my channel.
Yeah.
Right? But
yeah, that's true. Smart home tech.
There's actually a guy in Kansas City that runs a really large smart home tech channel already.
No, really?
Yeah, I think
You can collab with him?
I think his name is Bite My Bit. I think that's what it is. Bite My Bits. Yeah.
I feel like I've seen a video of his at some point. I don't remember what it was about.
Wait, is this him? Yeah, that's him. Yeah, he lives in Kansas City.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, this guy. I mean, probably can't. Yeah, so his is basically like a technology, home automation, it's very much like home technology focused.
Yeah. Which definitely has a market to it. I mean, people...
You've done a collab with him? Are you you're just saying that to me?
And Jonathan, I agree. I think that, custom NAS is way better than a pre-built.
Oh, yeah.
I mean...
For sure.
It's the... Do you want to just throw drives in an enclosure and make it work, or do you want like the customization of being able to scale up from more than 2 or 4 drives in there and spend $1,000 on just your enclosure, not even including all your drives?
Yep. Yeah, I was just talking to Katie about getting a NAS not long ago because I was basically just about filled up the 1 terabyte extra
Yeah.
external drive that I had on my computer, and I was like, okay, well here's the option. I'm either gonna buy another external hard drive to use, or we could just invest in a NAS now and and be able to both use it and all this stuff.
Have you seen where people will buy external hard drives and shuck them? I think is what they call it. They shuck them and they take out the actual hard drive inside. And they're usually, from what I've seen, they're pretty decent drive. They're I don't know if they're like the Western Digital Reds, but they're higher quality than So the premise is you can buy an external hard drive for $200 or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But buying that drive on its own is $500. So it's you buy it, you shuck the the enclosure for it, you throw it in whatever sort of NAS you want to use it with, whether it's custom or
that's pretty cool,
or pre-built one, and use it off of that. So that external hard drives are rough. Well, and then it's are you gonna get one of the nice portable ones, or are you gonna get one of the desktop cloud, my cloud, whatever
I would want to do something like that.
Yeah.
So that it'd be super nice to be able to access my NAS from anywhere, right?
Yeah.
That would be ideal.
The bigger, fatter drive as opposed to the one that's just nice to throw on your laptop if you needed to move something between it.
Yeah. So I ended up buying. I was we decided against the NAS. And so I ended up buying. I got a couple of enclosures that look almost exactly like this, and so they fit a little NVMe drive in them.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought 3 of these for $10 a piece, and then bought a couple of 2 terabyte NVMe drives, and I've got for $60 a piece. So
they're so cheap now.
Yeah, it was good. So now we've just got a bunch of 2 terabyte external drives just laying around that I get to put all my video on and just use for whatever.
Yeah, what's funny is talking about my old computer before I built my new one, it didn't even have an NVMe spot on it. That's how old it was. It's here's your SSD that you can put in there, but it's not NVMe. It's the old school platterless ones, or you gonna call them. Yeah. So that was there was an upgrade on a couple of things.
That's good.
Good. Yeah.
Nathan's tuition has been deferred. You should finally get the leftover money from this semester. That's good.
Yeah.
Enjoy. Have fun.
Make it rain.
Oh my gosh. Buying external drives are terrible investments. Yeah, I have stopped buying standard external drives because just like you were talking about the shucking of them, with this I've been buying them separate, the enclosure and the standard drive, and putting them together, and it's way cheaper than buying an external drive. The opposite was working for me.
Yeah, and I mean it's whatever you can find that makes sense.
Yeah, right?
I mean, I'm sure there's a threshold. It's if you get above a certain capacity, one over the other makes sense.
He's gonna buy 2 4090s now.
Goodness
Who is?
gracious.
What are you talking about?
Jonathan is, or no, Mr. Nathan is with his tuition.
Oh, tuition. Oh, yeah. Do it. Oh man, still can't decide between IT security fields. Honestly, I bet you that there is not. At the end of the day, once you're graduated and once you are out into the world, I can only imagine that people will not care about the differences between those.
Yeah. For reference, I have an IT degree. I think when I was going through, there was 3 concentrations. There's a general IT, there was a security, and there was networking. I did the general IT. I did an internship in networking, and I went into healthcare IT. So that just tells you the gambit of differences that you can get through in any of those.
I took a bunch of extra Linux administration courses in college.
Yep.
Because I wanted to be a Linux administrator. And then I got a job with Microsoft.
Yep. Don't need Linux there.
And then I moved over to Cerner, where our old manager hired me.
Yeah.
100% hired me as a back-end administrator.
Yeah, Linux administrator. Yeah.
And
You
I
didn't do
got
any
there
of it?
on my first day,
Yeah.
and he started walking me around the floor, introducing me as the new Windows admin.
Yep.
And I was like, so it was after, I was like, oh, the first person, he just got it. He just got it
Yeah.
mixed up. No big deal, whatever.
Surprise.
Next person, still Windows admin. And then the next person, yeah, he's our new Windows admin. I'm like,
Yeah.
I went and corrected him. Like, I was hired as the back end guy. He's like, oh no, I think you'll fit better. Oh,
Yeah.
all right, okay, cool, whatever. Like,
The job that you get will mold you into what they need.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Because I mean, I was the same
Oh.
way. Like, I did a networking internship. I had a bunch of Linux experience. Like, we did a lot of that in college too. And yeah, I did neither of those when I got my job. It's
Yeah.
like, here's your Citrix and everything else that goes along with it. Never touch any of that stuff.
Right.
You just kind of get thrown all of it. Yeah, bait and switch. There's a lot of that.
Oh man, yeah. It was good times. Good
Yeah,
times.
it is tough because it's like you can know everything you want to, but if the job that you end up getting doesn't
Yeah.
need that,
That's
it's not going to be used. And I mean, you can try to find a job with it and be interviewed and like I mean, like you were
oh yeah.
thought you were getting one thing and it's completely different. I mean, still in IT, but it's
Yeah.
it's just different than
Yeah,
what you were expecting it to be.
for sure. Again, it's all really the big other responsibilities. Yeah, I mean the biggest thing is just honestly getting experience and getting experience in enough things that people will know, oh look, he can learn something.
Yeah.
He can pick something new up when
That's
we give it to him.
That's mostly what they care about.
Yeah.
Can you figure it out? Can you
figure it out? That's a
Yeah.
huge one. Yep. That's
yeah,
it.
Because I feel like a lot of stuff that I took away from that is like, can you troubleshoot an issue? Yes or no? And if you
Yeah.
can, great. Like you can troubleshoot anything. You just need to know enough about it to be able to troubleshoot it.
Yep.
But if you don't have like the basics of troubleshooting or foundational knowledge, then they have to teach you that stuff, which is
Yeah.
a lot more difficult than
Right.
the premise of troubleshooting in general. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, any of those would be good, but I'm a little jaded on healthcare these days, so it's a great field though. It's growing.
It is. Yeah.
Every place needs some IT
Yep.
folks.
It's never. Healthcare is never going away.
Nope. There's always gonna be people that get sick. Even if it's preventative sickness, you're still gonna have
Sure.
some people there.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Healthcare is really big. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's
It's
I mean,
massive.
it's big everywhere.
It's huge.
Yeah,
Well,
it
I don't-
is
I don't
not
remember.
going away.
Yeah. If you're in the U.S., I don't remember the trillions of dollars that they spend in
Yeah.
U.S. healthcare, and I mean a good subset of that's IT stuff. I
Yeah.
mean, all the EHRs, all the people that support them. You gotta have
Just think about the infrastructure that goes into a hospital, right?
how massive they are.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Can you imagine how many people they have like fixing those carts all day?
yeah,
Like
they have a team that just does that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a team for literally everything there.
all the specialty technology too.
Yeah.
All the monitors, everything is technology now at this point.
Yeah, I did learn one thing though. You throw medical grade on anything, it way more expensive real quick.
Yeah.
It's like the wedding industry, babies, hospitals. There's a couple of keys there that you throw a word on there, it gets real expensive.
Yep, that's a good one.
I remember, when I did my internship at the hospital I used to work at, there was it was like a video teleconferencing system, but it was like for people that spoke different languages than like the doctor. So it was like a translation.
Oh,
so like
wow.
you'd video these people in, and they would like translate for you. Like if there was like, like, oh, like we have a Spanish translator on staff, but like
Sure.
if it's like another language that like we don't know what it is, like you still have to provide care for them in the language that they know, because like you can't be like, take one pill a day,
Yeah.
and you'll feel better in 10 days. But if they don't understand you saying that, like they're not getting the care they need. So anyways, tangent there, but the the videoing system that they had, like the physical pole and camera and everything that they had, they were like, yeah, you should be able to go out and buy this thing on wheels for like $50.
Right.
Nope, this thing's like $2,000.
Oh yeah, right.
Just because it's like, you can take one of those Clorox wipes or whatever the medical grade version of that is, wipe it down, and then it's like sterile all of a sudden.
Yeah, yeah.
But
oh my gosh.
yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah. So either way, Nathan, I don't think you can make a bad decision with those. Honestly, I mean, as good as the healthcare route is, that's probably the only one that's painting you into a corner.
yeah. And stress would go into that too.
Yeah.
Because depending on what job you get there, you're dealing with some very high, I don't know, high pressure is the right word, but very like intense situations where like people need things to work right then too. So,
oh yeah, absolutely.
Outside of just generalizations, and everything's gonna have that. So it's just knowing what you might be getting into.
See you later, Pinky.
Yep.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah, see you, Pinky.
We'll see you later. I am about ready to fall asleep too, so I don't know how much longer I'm going to make it. Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, everything's gonna have its own good and bad. So
yeah, for sure.
I just know more healthcare right these days than I would otherwise. So
Yeah.
are you?
Healthcare.
Yeah, Mr. Nathan, you must be in the Florida area then. Hopefully you made it through the hurricane.
Yeah, dude, I have so many coworkers down in Florida.
Do you?
Yeah, there's like
No,
like
no
6
income
or
tax
7
there.
of them down there.
No sales tax. No state income tax. That's what it is.
Yeah, income tax. Yeah,
Delaware doesn't have sales tax.
yeah. Minnesota doesn't either.
Really?
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. The price you see is what the price you pay. What a concept.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Nice.
when I lived in South Dakota, we were close enough. If we knew we were gonna be buying something crazy, we'd
Yeah, you'd go over there and get it.
drive over to Minnesota.
Yeah, I mean, you may as well. I mean, it's gonna be cheaper.
I mean, we probably wasted the gas going over there and stuff. Right?
Well, yeah, depending on what you're getting. Yeah.
Back
You
when
spend-
I was a kid and gas was like 20 cents a gallon.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Glad the hurricane missed you. Yeah. I grew up in North Carolina. We had our fun with hurricanes. I don't miss dealing with them. At least you knew they were coming. You had an idea.
That's true. Yeah.
You had some prep that you could do.
Yeah.
You can't take your house with you, but you could at least get out if you needed to.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true. Hopefully we hear back from it. Yeah, absolutely, dude. I mean, to be completely honest, Nathan, if we don't hear back from NVIDIA this week, I'm just going to probably redeem that code for myself, and I will mail you the video card, like, just myself. And if they've got a problem with that, then they can come to me. Like, it's getting kind of ridiculous that they haven't emailed me back about that at all yet. So, yeah, for sure, we'll get it figured out.
The fun of big companies.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, but oh. All right, everybody. It is 10 o'clock here. Not for you guys. It is 11 o'clock for you guys.
Yeah, you got some late birds over there.
I think that's where we're probably going to call it for tonight. So thank you, everybody, for being in the stream tonight. Nathan, Joe Nathan, everybody. Pinky as well. Scarfino was here. Jeff stopped in. Clout Shot was here for a little bit. You guys are all awesome. I appreciate you being here.
Thanks for hanging out.
I also appreciate Nathan being here.
Yeah, I had a good time. It was fun.
Good.
We'll have to make the Chuck thing happen. I'm inviting myself to that.
That's fine. Yeah.
Whether I'm invited or not, I might just show up. Yeah.
Well, that's right. Matt was in the chat here for a while too, but I don't want to thank him.
Yeah. Fair enough. My brother's name's Matt, so.
Okay. Very good.
It wasn't him, but. Yeah. Yeah. No.
All
Good
right.
time. Had fun.
Cool. Thanks everybody again for watching, for being here. We'll see you later.
See ya.